My interview with UFO whistleblower David Grusch for NewsNation catapulted the conversation forward in 2023. You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defence and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
But before we move to modern day, let's zero in on the point in time when David Grusch says the US government first became aware of non-human intelligence, NHI, interacting with this planet. So let's start from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You say it's a 90-year cover-up.
Just about, yeah.
90 years.
1933 was the first recovery in Europe, in Magenta, Italy. They recovered a partially intact vehicle.
It's long been known that the regime of dictator Benito Mussolini documented numerous UAP during this time. This internal memo from the Italian secret services includes crude drawings of the UAPs. It's true, it's real.
Yeah, that actually happened. The Italian government moved it to a secure air base in Italy for the rest of kind of the fascist regime until 1944, 1945. And, you know, the Pope Pius XII back-channeled that.
So the Vatican was involved?
Yeah, and told the Americans what the Italians had, and we ended up scooping it.
After my conversation with David Grusch, a NewsNation producer travelled to Italy and investigated his claims.
I wonder if anyone has even gone through everything to see if there is something in writing related to UAPs from that time period.
Brian, I'm sure there's a long line of historians and scholars who want to get into those archives and actually dig through.
Our colleague also spoke with representatives from the Vatican about claims of UFO proof in their archives. A Vatican source with access to the archive did a search on behalf of NewsNation and says they found no listed reference or mention to the alleged incident in Magenta or any communication of it to the Pope, according to Vatican archive records. So it seems the Church's official party line, nothing to see here.
I thought, you know, the seminal event was, you know, like, I guess Roswell in 47, sure. And turns out there were real things that happened prior to that.
Well, speaking of Roswell, what can you tell me about the Roswell craft?
Fortunately, those details were not approved for me to talk about right now.
This much we know. In 1947, an object crashed in the New Mexico desert near the town of Roswell. The Air Force recovered material described as metallic and rubbery, though the government changed its story as to what it was, calling it a flying disc at first, then a weather or spy balloon. A group of Americans who definitely had something to say about what they saw, NASA astronauts.
This is Houston. Say again, 7? Is that the booster or is that an actual sighting? Say again, 7?
As part of the Pentagon's 2026 release of UFO files, included are recordings and witness statements from NASA's Apollo 12, Apollo 17 and Gemini 7 missions, during which astronauts described unbelievable anomalous encounters in space. The files even include pictures showing strange lights in space.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.